This is my research evaluation. In this, I'm going to talk about how my ideas were shaped by the research, how useful it was and valid, the best sources and why, and just what I do on a bigger budget. So, firstly, how did the research shape my ideas? So, I researched, my practitioner was Edgar Wright, so it gave me an idea of what I wanted the film to be like. That's sort of the comedy, but still look good, and it can be like a dramatic comedy or tragic comedy. So from the get go research now, I knew we wanted to do like a sort of comedy, something that was visually funny as well. So looking into just films that maybe had won best cinematography in the Oscars or are renowned for looking visually very pleasing. I looked at a lot of film stills on this website that's really good. I think it's called it could be Film Grab or something like that. But I think it's a blog post actually, not a website. Some of the other things I researched were because I don't need to read. It was more just sort of audience stuff I had to research, and the next thing I'll talk about is how useful and valid the research was. The research was pretty useful, finding out about Edgar Wright and just other little things to do with the audience. And again, I've done it all before, sort of thing. So it's not like I had to research anything major. Like it was nice to know what cameras and if you were to rent equipment, how stuff like that, how much it would actually cost to get a bit better like idea of how much money you actually need to make even a low budget short film. So that was quite good, and again, it was quite valid to do the research because you need to have that background information. So if you don't know anything or you have anything in your script that you want to put in that you don't fully understand, it's good to research it and know what it is. So it was useful, but at the same time, I feel like I did a bit too much research. I just didn't know when to stop. There was no clear ending. I felt like we had to do too much personally for like because we were sort of doing it's like two different things. You're like making a film and then you're doing this research that sometimes doesn't relate to the film. Obviously, you're meant to make it relate to what you're doing, but you end up just having to research things that aren't actually useful for when it comes to filming. It just delays your pre-production process. That's my view. And again, the validity, yeah, most of it was valid. The next thing is the best sources I used and why. Now, without a doubt, the best source is YouTube. I love watching YouTube. It keeps my attention than anything else. I like reading, but YouTube, they sort of do the sort of back checking for you and you're finding out information on YouTube. They give you different links and sources so you know where they found the information from, and it's just like some of the video essays they're like an art form. It's incredible, and it looks visually good as well when you're watching some of the video essays, and you get a lot of information in a YouTube video, and it's sort of fun way to like do it instead of just reading boringly in your head, looking at a computer screen or in a book. So that was good. The other thing I used was I ordered a few books off Amazon and like editing books and sound mixing books just to get an idea of the professional industry, like in different areas and what it takes to actually get to be a professional in something like a cinematographer. So I've brought a book on direct, obviously, because they're usually written by the books. The editing one's written by Walter Murch, who is a like world renowned editor. So it's good to like see what people who are very very successful say. Finally, I'm just going to talk about what I do on a bigger budget for research. So, just on the small budget, what we've done is we did like a little questionnaire to give to people in our class just to get an idea for audience and if it was going to work. And it kept the results like pretty much what we predicted. So that was cool. But on a bigger budget, we'd obviously we'd branch out and ask a lot more people in different places, find out as much as possible, and try and do it more in the pre-production sort of researchy sort of thing. But on a bigger budget, you'd have to have like a team of people like researching like things that would be in your script and then actually asking like doing lots of audience research, and if you have anything that is actually real world or anything like documentary, then obviously again you need a lot more research for something like that than a short film that's just like a fictional short film that's just made up in the writer's head. So that's what I do on a bigger budget. I'd have a team of people that are dedicated to researching everything and getting things found out that could potentially create more depth in the script or something like that. And obviously people who could research the best place to rent cameras, because if you're on a big budget you'd need to rent cameras, and they'd be able to get the director and producers or whatever into contact with the right people. So that's it for my research evaluation. I did it as a voice recording because I thought it's different and you should really see my face in this. So yeah, thank you. Bye bye.